What's up guys, Chuckles here. This is a all-in-one M4A1 build guide. The goal of this video is to make an all-in-one guide so that you can, if you want to use the M4A1 right from level 1 all the way to level 40 where you max out mechanic, whatever your level is, you can use this guide to find the best build for your level. If you'd like to just get straight into building, all the builds will be in the description. So a couple of notes before we get into the builds. Some assumptions that I'm making. Number one, we're going to prioritize low recoil over ergo because your recoil control is going to be quite low until you're leveling up. So personally, I would much prefer low recoil at the cost of some ergo until the final balanced meta build once you get max traders. Number two, we're going to be mostly ignoring the flea market because the flea market, is quite erratic and can change quite a lot as the wipe progresses. But there are a couple of times where you might want to buy some things for barters that we'll mention through the guide. Number three, I'm assuming that once you reach the minimum level requirements for a trader level, that you also have the other two prerequisites, that is rep and money spent. Number four, weapon part availability is only correct at the time of the creation of this video. BSG has been liking to mix things up, change things around, and so as time goes on after this video has been posted, just take it with apply more and more skepticism. And all gun demo clips are at 10 meters from a wall, verified with a rangefinder. The clips for this video are recorded with a recoil skill of 10 and an assault rifle skill of 8. And in general, I'll suggest optics and tactical devices, but they're largely personal preference depending on what you're trying to do, so just feel free to use whatever you want in that respect. So keep an eye on the pinned comment in the comment section, as that is where I'll put any corrections and updates, anything to do with changes to the weapon parts and weapons and any new variations that come about in the coming months. Okay, this is the M4A1 for level 1. Basically, what your shopping list is the stock M4A1 from Peacekeeper level 1. You need to do the barter. You can't just buy the M4A1 M4 straight off the bat. The barter is 3 CPUs, 3 and 3 CPU fans. On your shopping list is the low profile gas block from Mechanic level 1, the Burris optic and mount from Peacekeeper level 1, the handguard from Peacekeeper level 1, Cactus handguard, the DLG pistol grip from Skier level 1, the NC Star tactical device, nice bright laser from Skier level 1, and the RK6 foregrip from Skier level 1. The ammo that you'll be using is the 30 round Static from Peacekeeper level 1, as well as M855 from Peacekeeper level 1. It will be your ammo. For this build, I highly recommend crouching as much as you can when spraying, because just for that little bit of extra recoil control will be really needed. Yeah, and that is it. This is the first alternative build to the level 1 M4. What you get out of this build is only +5 ergo and no change in recoil. Now we'll jump straight into the parts. The parts that are different are the Magpul Mo SL Carbine M-Lock, which you get from Skier level 1. And now to put the RK6 on, you need to do a barter with Mechanic level 1 for the 4.1 inch rail. And that's a 1 USB-A barter. Then you can put the RK6 on that. And then you need to do the barter to put the NC Star tactical device on. You need to do the barter with with Mechanic level 1, which is 1 measuring tape. And then you can put the NC Star straight on that, and you end up with, again, just +5 ergo and no recoil difference. So not a great change. This is alternative build 2 for M4A1 level 1, and the only difference here is, we'll go to the parts, the handguard, the AR-15 Daniel Defense Wrist handguard, which you get from Peacekeeper level 1 barter bartering a emergency water ration, 1 emergency water ration, and then the RK6 and NC Star slaps straight on it. And for this build you get +2 ergo from the base previous build and -1 recoil. Okay, level 15 M4A1. Here's the build. Pause if you need to. We're going to go through the parts right now. You can now buy the M4A1 straight from Peacekeeper level 2 for $771. And first on the shopping list is the 406mm barrel from skier level 2. The only handguard available at the moment for this barrel for your level is the RIS barter with Peacekeeper level 1 right here for 1 emergency water ration. From skier, next up you want the RK4 skier level 2. I would switch to the X400 from the NC Star laser from Peacekeeper level 2 because you have a flashlight as well as an option for a laser. And grab the 2 front and back iron sights from skier level 2 for the +1 ergo that both give, and the DLG pistol grip again from skier level 1. Now then we have the CAC QDC muzzle device from Peacekeeper level 2, the MASP charging handle from Peacekeeper level 2, the Crisp Defiance stock from Peacekeeper level 2, and the XPS 3-0. This is my favorite optic in the game from Peacekeeper level 2. You can use whatever you want, but this is my favorite. This is my baby. And that is it. One quick variation to the level 15 M4A1 build is that you can slap on the Sansuko hybrid suppressor for -2 recoil at the cost of like about 16 ergo. So we'll go through the additional 2 parts. You want the Sansuko hybrid 46 direct thread mount adapter from Peacekeeper level 2, as well as the suppressor from Peacekeeper level 2. So yeah, not much of a difference, but it is suppressed, so if you like that, go for it. So this is level 23 M4A1. Here's the build. Pause if you need to. We're going to go through the parts right now. Now you can finally buy the M4A1 straight from Peacekeeper level 2, and you need the your shopping list is the Keymod 4-inch rail and 6-inch rail from Peacekeeper level 2, the MASP charging handle from Peacekeeper level 2, the CAC micro sights, which I like from previous micro sights because they're less in your field of view when you're ADS, but the stats are the same, from Peacekeeper level 3, the Colt A2 buffer tube from Peacekeeper level 2, the Magpul Mo pistol grip from Peacekeeper level 3, low power gas block again from Mechanic level 1, CAC QDC muzzle device, this one, suppressor kit from Peacekeeper level 2, Magpul RG 4 grip from Peacekeeper level 3, D-Bal, my favorite tactical device in the game because it has an actual flashlight and an IR flashlight, from Peacekeeper level 3, Lovol handguard from Peacekeeper level 3, the 406mm barrel from skier level 2, and Pierce Gen 3 best in slot minimum recoil build for the M4 from Peacekeeper level 3, XPS-0, my favorite sight in the game, from XPS 3-0 from Peacekeeper level 2, the CAC QDSS suppressor from Peacekeeper level 3, and you're done. And for the mags and ammo, I would run the 60s, which is a Peacekeeper level 3 barter, either the Stanek 60 or the PMAG 60, and you can buy 5.6A1 from Peacekeeper level 2. Okay, level 28 M4A1. Here's the build. Pause if you would like, but we're going to go through the parts right now. The main 2 differences from the previous build are the firearm skeletonized style 1 pistol grip from skier level 3 and the RK1 foregrip from skier 3, but we'll go through all the parts regardless if you haven't, since you might not have seen the previous build. So starting with the gun itself, the stock gun you can buy from Peacekeeper level 2. And your shopping list from there is the keyboard 4-inch rail from Peacekeeper level 2, MASP charging handle from Peacekeeper level 2, keyboard 6-inch rail, Peacekeeper level 2, both micro sights, micro iron sights from Peacekeeper level 3, Colt A2 buffer tube from Peacekeeper level 2, low profile gas block mechanic 1. That the upper receiver comes with the gun. CAC EDST suppressor kit from Peacekeeper level 2, the skeletonized style 1, pistol grip from Skier 3, D-ball Peacekeeper 3, Lavoa handguard Peacekeeper 3, 400mm barrel Skier 2, RK1 foregrip from Skier 3, PRS Gen 3 from Peacekeeper 3, XPS 3-0 Peacekeeper 2, and the CAC EDST suppressor from Peacekeeper 3. And you're done. And for the mags and ammo, I would probably still run the standard PMag 60s from Peacekeeper level 3 barter, as well as M4A1 from Peacekeeper level 2. And that is it. This is an alternative build for level 28. The difference here is you can get the, we'll go through the parts, you can get the Thunderbeast suppressor from Skier 3. It is a barter though, so you will have to use the flea for that. That's the Thunderbeast suppressor here, as well as the Thunderbeast muzzle brake adapter from Peacekeeper level 3. But yeah, the Thunderbeast suppressor is Skier level 3 barter, and the muzzle brake adapter from Peacekeeper level 3, and the end result will be -5 recoil, which is quite nice if you can get the barter cheaply. And one quick note, once you get to level 30 and unlock mechanic level 3, the only upgrade that I could see there was the Raptor charging handle, which gives you an extra 2 ergo, so really not a huge deal, but yeah, just something to keep in mind. 2 more levels away from the Raptor charging handle with mechanic level 3. This is the level 38 M4. We're finally getting to a nice-ish build. Let's go through the parts. A lot of new parts here. Basically, so we'll start with, obviously you can buy the M4A1 stock from Peacekeeper level 2, or you can do the barters with mechanic, but we'll start with the 4.1 inch rail from Peacekeeper level 2, the micro iron sights Peacekeeper level 3, the Colt, still on the Colt A2 buffer tube, Peacekeeper level 2, still on low profile gas block mechanic 1, switching up to the Avalanche. You can stick to the Raptor, but the Avalanche looks cooler, the ergo benefit is the same. Avalanche charging handle from Peacekeeper level 4, Silencer flash hider, Peacekeeper level 3. I still love the D-ball from Peacekeeper level 3, and Growl, a nice pistol grip from Peacekeeper level 4, PS Gen 3 still. At this point you could switch to a Mo with a butt pad, but I would still stick with the low recoil of the PS Gen 3, even though it does cost your ergo. Because my recoil control skill would be still quite low at this point. So PS Gen 3 with Peacekeeper level 3. This is still my favorite optic of all time. XPS 3-0 with Peacekeeper level 2. Zenit RK2. Finally a nice foregrip from Skier level 4. You could also use the shift foregrip for more ergo, but yeah, in this patch you really need all the recoil control you can get. And finally a nice upper receiver, Peacekeeper level 4 for the MER-1S upper receiver, and the longest barrel, 20-inch barrel from Peacekeeper level 4. You could stick to the 406 if you want more ergo, but in favor of recoil we're going to go with the 20-inch. The ergo on this build will be quite terrible, but yeah, again, I like my recoil control. And the 14.5-inch CQD handguard from Skier level 4. And the Silencer Sakura ASAR suppressor from Peacekeeper level 4. Now for mags and ammo, I would still be running the 60s from the Peacekeeper level 3 barter, and you should be able to run 5A1 from maxed Skier and Peacekeeper. I don't remember, you might need a quest for the Peacekeeper for the Skier 5A1. But yeah, so 60s and 5A1 is what I'd recommend for the mags and ammo, and you're done. Alright, this is the first of 3 M4s that I'm going to show you for when you're level 40 and you have every trader max except for Ragman by this point. This is a loud M4. The main benefit of this is that you get pretty low recoil, 32 recoil with still decent ergo, 63 ergo without a mag. However, the main problem is the muzzle flash. So even though I would still stick to the XP3-0 and probably try to just point fire more, some people do like to try interesting things to get over the muzzle flash like this. You can get really high with the muzzle flash, but you have to be concerned about sight over bore distance. But yeah, anyway, let's go through the parts, and I'll just put this back there. Find parts. I didn't even tell you what level you get these traders from. I would just build the preset, and if you want to use it, you should just be able to buy them all straight out. So we still have the 4.1 M-Lock 4.1 inch rail, microsights, they're my favorite. Avalanche charging handle, still good. Now you can upgrade to the JP Enterprises gas block, gives you more ergo over the low profile gas block. The advanced receiver, now the red advanced receiver is slightly better. However, it's only on flea and it's usually way more expensive. I pretty much just stick to the black advanced receiver, but compare the stats and decide for yourself if you want to upgrade. I still like the Debal, Graal, pistol grip, Boltec. Yeah, so we have the Boltec muzzle brake here. And the 4.6mm barrel, so that we can jailbreak it. And PRS Gen 3 stock, you can at this point switch to like a Mo with the butt pad for more ergo if you want, but because it's jailbroken, you're still going to have quite a lot of ergo. I don't think it's necessary. XPS 3.0, but of course any optic you want, and we're going to jailbreak it, the SAI jailbreak. Still the RK2, you could shift to the shift grip if you would like more ergo, but with jailbroken I still want all the recoil I can get. And sticking with the Mo upper receiver, 14.5 inch Psy QD rail handguard, and you're done. But yeah, try this out in factory, see what you think of the muzzle flash. One thing you could try is, like, because the muzzle flash can be annoying, you could try like a nice bright blue laser so that it makes it easier to point fire, or even stick multiple lasers on. The preset system is a little bit annoying where it doesn't, at the moment, it doesn't like let you straight off put 3 of the same tactical devices on. You have to like buy them separately and put them on yourself. That's why I pretty much never do it. But yeah, give it a go, see what you think. I personally will probably never use this. Okay, this is the second level 40 M4 that I'm going to show you. This is a minimum recoil M4, so we're going for as low recoil as possible with no regard for ergonomics. We got down to 28 recoil with 28 ergo. Let's go through the parts. So I don't need to tell you what level you get these parts from, because you should have every trader except for Ragman Max, and you just build the preset and you'll be able to buy them straight off. So we have the M-Lock 4.1 inch rail, still the micro iron sights, avalanche, judging handle, JP Enterprises gas block, and Sunscope ASR flash hider, the advanced buffer tube. Again, you could run the red ionized, the red one, which has slightly better stats, but it's only on flea and usually way more expensive, like anywhere between 5 to 10 times more expensive. So just compare the two stats and see if you want to spend extra money for a slight improvement. I'd still stick with the deval tactical device, but that kind of personal preference. Growl or Ergo, they have the same stats at the moment. Pistol grip, the Magpul Pierce Gen 3 stock, XP3-0 hollow, obviously go with whatever optic your preference is. Zenit RK2 foregrip, VL Mur upper receiver, 20-inch barrel, 14.5-inch CQD rail handguard, and finally the Silencer Saker ASR sound suppressor. So this is really practically not that great because of the Ergo. However, if you could use it in situations where you don't need to like ADS much, you don't need to hold ADS much, so if you have no care about Ergo whatsoever, you may as well slap 100 rounder in there and commit to point firing. Like, you may as well put a bright blue laser on and take it to factory or take it to lab, anywhere CQC where you can get away with point firing a lot, and you'll have a great time because the point fire will be an absolute laser. Yeah, good luck with that and let me know what you think. Okay, this is a level 40 M4A1 build. This is the last build I'm going to show you. This is my favorite. I'd say this is my build that I take pretty much everywhere. It's nice and balanced recoil and versus Ergo. So the difference between this build and the minimum recoil build is that we have 49 Ergo instead of 28, and at a cost of only +4 recoil. So 32 recoil here instead of 28 recoil for the minimum recoil build. And all we've done is change to the 406mm barrel instead of the 20-inch, and the Mo carbine stock with the butt pad instead of the Pierce Gen 3. Let's go through the parts. So we have the 4.1-inch M-lock rail, the micro iron sights, Magpul Mo butt pad, the Magpul Mo stock. Doesn't really matter what color you pick, except that the black one might be more expensive on Flea, but yeah, they're all pretty much a similar price. I like the foliage green one. Avalanche charging handle, the JP Enterprises gas block, Silencer ASR flash hider, advanced receiver. Now you can use the red one, however the red one is only on Flea at the moment and usually way more expensive. The stats are slightly better, but just compare them for yourselves. For me, it's not worth the price increase, but if you're absolutely rolling the dough, then you may as well buy the red one, and it looks cooler as well. I would stick to the deval. I absolutely love the deval because it has an IR flashlight as well as an actual flashlight. And stick to the Growl pistol grip. You can also use the Ergo pistol grip. At the moment they have the same stats. The 406mm barrel, XP3-0 hollow, RK2 tactical foregrip. Sometimes I might shift to the shift foregrip if I feel like I want more Ergo, but at the moment I'm really needing that recoil control. Maybe if I max my recoil control skill, I might go to the shift grip. VL Mur upper receiver, CQD 14-inch QD rail, and finally the Saker ASR suppressor. This is my favorite. Yeah, let me know what you think. If you have any improvements, post in the comments. Now, just a couple of tips. For mechanic level 1, there's a really nice barter for an MPX MQB, which you can get a very nice shift foregrip, which goes on your M4, as well as a Bravo with the delta point on top. If you can go for the barter, if it's convenient, I would definitely grab that and take those parts off, slap on your M4 and also the tactical device, and then sell the rest back to mechanic. Then from level 2 mechanic, there is the M4A1 SAI. You get a 60 round and it's jailbroken with nice gas block. This is really nice. I'd maybe improve it slightly, maybe change the stock, mess around with it, or you can go the M4A1 SOP mod, which has a nice suppressor, tactical device, optic, and stock with the butt pad. And going over to skier level 3, it's very expensive. However, if you're absolutely balling and you want the best M4 that you can, sooner rather than later, you can buy the TX15 DML, which has the PRS Gen 3, and you know, the Thunder Beast suppressor is quite nice. Or if you want a nicer way an easier way to get the PRS Gen 3, you could look on Flea, and some people don't realize the value of the PRS Gen 3 and are selling it with selling TX15s with the PRS Gen 3. And sometimes, I know most of these will have the 18-inch, but if you keep an eye out, some of them will have the 20-inch, which will see right here. This has a 20-inch barrel, which is the best barrel for really lowering your recoil. There might be some other deals or some other guns on Flea. Just keep an eye out for any parts that look pretty good that you can use to upgrade your M4 before you unlock additional trade levels. Alright, if you've made it this far, you're an absolute mad lad. Please give me any feedback. This is my first real gun build guide, so any constructive feedback would be greatly appreciated. Any corrections or update me about if gun parts are available earlier or later. We're going to try to keep I'll try to keep the pinned comment updated with any changes as we go. And basically, I want to make the best gun build guides possible. Best gun build guides out there, the most useful to new and veteran players. And we'll hopefully learn from this gun build guide, take all the feedback, and make the next one even better. Make the next one even better. But yeah, thank you again. I stream 5 days a week, every day except Monday and Thursday, starting 8 AM GMT +8, which is Perth time, WA time, 11 AM Sydney time, and 7 PM the previous night, Eastern US, and 1 AM Central European. And we usually stream for like 10 to 12 hours, depending on how much I'm molding due to dying to cheaters on labs. Catch you later.